service learning project entails.
Miss Madeline, that was such a fun clip. Can we watch it again?
I like how Yoon is raising her hand when she wants to ask a question, and is not calling out.
Miss Madeline, what will we do for our SLP?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You will learn how video games and socializing can benefit the elderly or people who are older, specifically in terms of cognitive functions. You will learn this through me teaching you, as well as independent research you will be doing on your own and at home. Yes, you.
So, is the goal for us to gain a solid understanding of strategic approaches that have been effective in increasing cognitive skills in order to apply them in the project?
Yes, very well stated, and I liked how you raised your hand. Yes, Diana.
Is there a place where we could learn about this, what we're doing, like read it? I don't get it.
Yes, this is our service learning project methodology. This is how we will be doing the project. First, we are going to research activities and games that improve cognitive abilities, and you're going to be choosing 2 games and activities to play with a resident at a local nursing home. We will pair you up with an elderly resident, someone that you're compatible with. Then we will have 6 SLP visits, 1 every week. On the first visit, you will be just introducing yourselves and socializing with the residents. Every visit after that, you're going to play the games and socialize with the residences. While you're doing this, you will keep a journal where you will write reflections and record the residents' progress. This is going to be part of your assessment for the project. And at the end, once we finish all of our visits, you will make a multimedia presentation where you're going to summarize everything that you learned in this project.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Wow, while I'm working on this project, I need to really use my attention and memory as I research about different mental activities that help the elderly. I need to remember that information as I choose games to play with the resident to help their individual cognitive skills. I'm also going to have to use higher order cognition to make choices about the games we played and judge the ability of the resident I was matched with. I'll definitely need to adapt responses to my partner based on their ability.
And don't forget, when you have all the colors in your row without repeating a color in any row, you finish the game.
Oh, I remember all the colors now. And I made sure that I didn't put the red in this space because it would overlap with the other red in this row.
Awesome job! Last week we couldn't remember all the colors, but now we can. Nice job on remembering the rules as well as where you place each colored sphere. You know, we can move up in our level of difficulty now. So, Gladys, what games did you play when you were my age?
Well, I played hoop trundling and jacks. We used to play outside on the sidewalk until the sun set, and then my ma would call us back home for supper.
Wow, that's so cool. It was really fun to socialize my resident and learn more about their life. I remember when I did my research, I learned that socializing can help residents feel more active. Also, my resident really enjoyed the neuromotor aspect of the game where you place the spheres in their right spots.
All right, class. Thank you for all turning in your PowerPoint presentations about your residents' progress, as well as the effects of games on their cognitive functions. Hopefully your parents and other community members can come to our presentation event, which will also be your final assessment. Would anyone like to share their insights? Yes, Yoon.
I thought the journal and weekly quizzes for our assessment would be a pain to do, but after doing it, I see how important it is for students to be held accountable for their learning consistently. So we're prepared for the final assessment, the multimedia presentation.
That's great, Yoon. Diana?
I think it was great that as an English learner, I got to work with someone who speaks the same language as me. It was a lot easier to communicate and help them learn the game. Also, when we talked, we had a lot of stuff in common because we're from the same culture as well. So I felt closer to my resident. As an English learner, I also liked using the sentence starters for my journal. Thank you so much, Miss Medlin.
Yes, love it. Yoon?
I also liked how we can have diverse games depending on our own comfort level as well as the residents. My resident and I worked best playing strategy games.
Ooh, that sounds like fun, Yoon. I'm glad to hear that. I was glad to hear about my students' insights about the SLP. What I learned was that for my students with disabilities, it's important to help them get started by giving them a prepared list of games and their difficulty levels. For my gifted students, having them create their own game to help their residents' cognitive needs was a good challenge that didn't just give them more work. I'll definitely be doing this again with my students next year.
Miss Madeline? Johnny's stabbing Patricia with a pencil again. We learned about giving students a sense of the practical importance of what they are learning. They can directly apply important skills such as doing research, tracking progress, and make connections from their work to real-life contexts.
Also, by using authentic assessments spaced in manageable chunks, student learning can be consistently assessed in diverse and interesting modes. Their learning can also be supported in a long-term project through the use of these assessments.
In addition, we gained a better understanding of how to incorporate community assets into the curriculum and help students become active participants in their community to combine academic development with civic and social responsibility.